very much for giving me this opportunity. And uh, as far as foreign financing goes, as you rightly mentioned, there can be two routes. One can avail ECB financing from multilateral institutions such as IFC, ADB, KfW, Proparco, etc. All these institutions do give ECB financing for all these projects, and these are typically long-term financing that they give. And the at the current market scenario where the international rates, LIBOR, etc., are multi-year low, this is quite an attractive opportunity for any developer to avail financing from these avenues. As far as USD bond issuance is concerned, it's a different sort of a product because the ticket size of borrowing there, it's in multiples of hundreds of $1 million, and therefore you need one project may not be enough to raise financing there. So that is typically for refinancing of your group of projects that you can pool together, uh, and then refinance these projects using the issuance of a USD bond. Uh, the There have been multiple USD issuances in the Indian market. Azure had raised, Renew had raised, Adani has done multiple issuances. The main issue with the bond issuances happens, one on the structuring side, wherein it depends on the developer as to how they want to structure the bond issuances. There have been a couple of issuances out of India wherein the tenor of the loan is long term, let's say 15-year, 20-year, but multiple issuances have been there where the tenor of the loan through USD bond is, let's say, for 5 years or 5.5 years, or maybe 7 years, and after that period it needs to be refinanced. The main objective of developers doing USD bond issuances was, one, to increase the amount of loan which is available, through which they are able to recoup a portion of their equity by refinancing the existing loan, and they can do those the whatever equity they are able to release, they are able to recoup that into their new sort of developments, new projects. That was one definite positive for the existing developers which they were availing. Now, as the project is subject to refinancing after a particular period of 5-7 years, again there is an interest rate risk which the developer is open to. Now, the developer has bid the project at a particular rate. If the bond comes for refinancing, and let's say the interest rate cycle moves within a period of 5-7 years, and let's say we are at a multi-year high at that point in time, then the initial assumptions with respect to the interest rates then go for a toss there. So therefore, the projects which are long term in nature, where everything has been fixed upfront, the capex, the most of the expenses have been fixed upfront, it is advisable to do a long term financing of the project, where you have also locked on to the interest rate risk as well. But these avenues are certainly available.
Sir, my point is there what you're talking about the risk factor. There is one position hedging of the even say interest factor also. Whether such hedging cannot be availed it, because if you are raising some bond or something, interest has to be paid or installment has to be paid. Whether it cannot be hedged.
Sir, I think you are talking about the currency portion of the hedging, which can
Yes,
certainly
yes,
be
I
done
know.
for the period. I was
Yes, yes.
talking more from the perspective of the interest rate risk that the developer is open to, because if one has done the bond issuance for 5 years or 6 years,
Sir.
he has locked in the interest rate for those 5-6 years only. But
Right,
if
sir.
the interest rate cycle and the LIBOR etc. changes during the next 5-6 years,
Sir.
then those risks are certainly the developer is open to those risks,
So interest cannot be hedged.
not beyond 5-6 years.
Not by 5 year you can hedge.
Yeah, the under the bond issuances, the interest rate is fixed for the 5 years in USD
5 years.
terms, and the
Okay.
exchange component is hedged using the
So what is the
various
green
hedging
bonds,
products.
sir? What talking about the green bonds also? Some people are going international market and availing the green bonds. And you can tell some to a viewer what is the green bond and how it can be helpful to the people for the reduction in interest. We are talking about the 10% or 11% interest. Now, PFC Synergy telling they are coming out some scheme where the interest has been somewhat reduced. So what do you feel, sir? The international market में bonds are playing very important role, sir, for that. And interest rate is, I think, is hovering around even after hedging over 7 or 8%. What
Sir,
do you feel, sir?
green bonds are nothing but bonds where the proceeds are utilized towards renewable energy projects.
Sir, I'm talking about that only, sir.
Yes, sir. So,
Yes.
is if the end use is towards the green and renewable energy projects, then these are called as green bonds. As far as the issuances of these bonds, these are basically similar to USD bonds, and again there as well, the cost right now would be around 8.5%, and
Okay.
post withholding tax, it will be around 9.5% right now for a period of 6 to 7 years.
So for hedging, sir, it can be also negotiated with the banks because I feel that we are also doing some business for hedging. I want to start with the research in India. We should see that how the hedging rate can be negotiated with the banks because it is a important aspects where the hedging portion or can the risk factor can be reduced for that. So you
Sure.
have some experience or hedging or something like that because you work
Yes,
international
sir.
market also.
Yes,
So
sir.
how it
So,
can be, sir, reduce it?
so hedging is an important component to bring down the cost, and
Sir,
depending on the green bond structure, most of the green bonds happen wherein you have raised USD bond through a foreign subsidiary of the main holding company of any developer,
sir,
and they bring in INR ECBs and INR NCDs, and they do the hedging in the overseas non-deliverable forward markets, wherein
sir,
the hedging is taken overseas through overseas banks. So
right,
if
sir.
that is the structure, then overseas and international lenders would be the right persons to hedge those kind of exposures. If it is a foreign FCCB, foreign currency borrowing directly coming into India and then hedging, if that happens in India, then those sort of hedgings can be done by Indian banks where Resurgent can play a role.
Sir, you can tell something about the Mauritius. Some people are going to Mauritius and are establishing some company and they are raising bond from the Mauritius, then coming to India. You know something like that?
Yeah, as I mentioned, if the bond has been issued overseas through an overseas subsidiary,
Yes, sir.
then most of the developers would have their subsidiaries incorporated in Mauritius or British Virgin Islands or Netherlands, in order to take benefit out of bilateral treaties which have been signed by Government of India, in
Sir,
order to avail benefits under the withholding taxes. So NCDs, for example, there is a withholding tax of 5%. On ECBs, there is a withholding tax of 7.5%. So all these countries have a beneficial withholding tax rate, due to which the developers, incorporate their subsidiaries in these their legal entities in these jurisdictions in order to avail the tax benefits.